These are challenging times for people who seek access to justice. There have been many changes in recent years. The drastic diminution in public funding for legal aid, the reduction in government and local authorities' support for advice centres, increases in court fees, and welfare benefit so-called reforms. All these changes fuel the desperate need for good quality, free legal advice for those who cannot afford the services of a lawyer and are not eligible for legal aid. This represents most of the population. The need for legal advice can strike anyone at any time. Without such advice, without access to justice, people often cannot enforce their rights. Take the tenant who is threatened with eviction because he complained about damp in his house. Take the mother whose children are not returned after a contact visit for their father in Spain. Take the disabled pensioner who is refused a welfare benefit to which he's entitled, but he doesn't know how to appeal. With legal help and advice, those problems can be resolved. Without such help to enforce those people's rights, the rights themselves are meaningless. The Access to Justice Foundation raises money to support charities that give free legal advice to those in need. Charities such as law centres, citizens' advice bureaus, and pro bono clinics across the country. We help to support the services that already exist, and we work to extend those services to parts of the country where none exist. And there are some veritable advice deserts. The organisations supporting these vulnerable people need funds to survive. For example, it costs £20,000 a year to run an advocacy desk in a county court. It costs about £12,000 to set up a pro bono clinic and £20 an hour to pay for a caseworker in an advice centre. The Access to Justice Foundation raises money in many ways, and we make sure that the money is distributed where it is most needed. We have to turn down many requests for help from organisations which are struggling to make ends meet. Some of them fail for lack of funds and close. The people in that area are left without help. So we need to raise much, much more. That is where you come in. Please give what you can to help. It will not be wasted. I want to say a special word to the lawyers. If you've worked in the law and have made a decent living, this could be the time for you to put something back in. You could give a personal donation, but there are other ways in which you could help. If you are a solicitor with unclaimed money in your client account, talk to us about the use that we could make of that money. If you're ever involved in pro bono work, talk to us about the way in which you could secure a pro bono costs order. But don't just do nothing. We need your support.